It's incredible to be here today. It's incredible to be able to stop by and just greet you. Anybody that might be you, stopping by, just anybody in general. Just have a little bit of time, stopping by, get through the videos, check that out. You know, I enjoy this time that I have this on this earth. That just a brief moment, it goes by, and then we have to put this body to rest, and then we enter eternity and be with God. So I can share you my life story. Probably take too long. My testimony is no different than the next person. I lived a life without God. I did everything else the world did. Lived just like the rest of the world lives. It's just the same testimony over and over. People just don't know God. And I had an encounter with Jesus, with His audible voice, and it changed my life. It changed the way I was living, and I finally understood why I'm alive. I finally came to understand why I'm alive, and you can have an encounter with God yourself. It all it takes. He sees the actions of the heart. My heart was always and has always been sensitive to kindness, to loyalty, to righteousness. So it became real. It became real. I don't just want to say any words, but it just became real sensitive to his encounter. It just became real evident that he sees the heart. So my story is no different than the next. I live just like everybody else lives in the world, without recognizing God as something greater than themselves, waking up in the morning, doing what they have to do, making their own decisions. Just look at the world. Just look at where people live, so I had a life without God, and I came to an encounter with God, and I want to thank God for His loyal children, because God does have loyal believers, loyal people who love Him, and I just want to take the time and thank God for and just honor the people that I could honor, people who honor God, and I just want to just say how much I love being a student of Jesus Christ, how much I love being mentored by His Spirit, which is holy. How much I love spending time with God, alone and in intimacy with Him and communion with Him, when no one's looking, and that's the most beautiful part, when no one's there but me and Him. And I enjoy every minute of it, and right now it's very important for me to focus on following my leader, which is Jesus Christ, and he's a solid leader, and He showed me the example of what it is to live a life for others. So, plus He made the connection between God and man. So that's why I'm able to come to God, And I know in my last video I shared with you guys a couple of exercise things that I do. I do a little bit more, But I've always been a skinny guy. I've been skinny. I just have. At heart, I'm a fat boy. I love to eat. I could eat. I love to eat, and I don't gain weight. I don't get fat. So it makes it harder for me to limit what I should do and what can I eat. So I just invite you guys to eat healthy. Do your exercises, your routines. I don't do. I try to. I just share this on an open field. So people could just know that it's easy to begin somewhere, and then you could get. There's so many things out there you could start. I don't know, Start somewhere though. But my main focus is to keep your spirit, your mind, and your body all drawn to God early in the morning, and keeping yourself healthy, And I'm not pushing bulkiness or muscles or strength. No, I'm just saying keep your health, Um, keep your exercise. Do your exercise routinely. Don't miss a day. Do them. You keep advancing. You can do more. There's people that start somewhere now. They're in gyms. They're fitness leaders. They're all that. So my strength and the way I do my routine is not based on to harm anybody or to prepare yourself. The way I learned exercise, the way I learned to conduct my exercise, it was to be ready for battle. At this point, I wouldn't even hurt a fly, So my exercise is not geared up so you could be ready to strike somebody, and just to keep yourself healthy, and my exercise is just lined up to knowing that my strength doesn't come from me. It comes from God, And I'm not saying God gave me strength to beat up people or in my past or any of that. But he did give me the strength to fulfill His purpose. I grew up fighting. I grew up in, I was basically state raised. I went through the whole thing. I went to juvenile hall. I went to Silmar. I went to Central. I went to LP. I went to boot camp. I went to YA. You know what I'm saying? Got 18 years old. I was the youngest dude in LA County. Got sentenced 5 years for just being hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through it all. I learned a lot. Every lesson I've been through it, I learned from it. And I went in not knowing a lot of things, and I came out the same way I went in. General population, I came out the same way, general population. So I know that God didn't use I know that my strength comes from God. I know it comes from Him. But He didn't give me the strength to beat up people. Because I grew up fighting, I just grew up fighting. So it's not, I'm not shooken by it, I'm not scared by it, to me it's like playing basketball. It's like, it was nothing, now I won't hurt nobody, I'm good, But is it easy? No, it's hard, So I know that God didn't gear up my strength to hurt people, but He did give me my strength to fulfill His purpose. So all along, all those people, I've always battled people 2 times my size, I've always battled people that are bigger than me, I'm just a little skinny dude, battling lions, So my testimony, my life, my story is not no different than the next man's, It's just, I lived a life without God, and not knowing why I was created and why I came to be born, to knowing and having an encounter with God and knowing why I was born and my purpose. So now I know my purpose, And I just want to take this time and this opportunity to tell you that I had an encounter with Jesus Christ. And His voice is beautiful, it's a solid, just speaks to your whole spirit, it shakes the spirit's foundation in your body to where you acknowledge there's no other voice than His. You can't compare it. It's purity, and a lot of things that I've seen, a lot of things that I've seen. It's all good to be happy and joyful and have laughs and all that, but I learn more from adversity. I learn more from difficult situations. I learn more. And that's why I welcome those situations, because I learn lessons from those. If I have a good laugh, a good smile with someone that cares for me, I cherish it, and it's beautiful, In my life, the way I live, at this moment, I live in a place where I come home, it's only me, Um, so at this moment, I only have in my home, like I always had my things, like I only have what I use. I don't have nothing more or nothing less. I only have what I use. And the same thing in my life is like I only have people around me who care for me and want to see me do well. I probably it's probably 5 people just that probably just about 2 handful. I don't know, not that many. Probably 5, 6, 7 people that I hold close, and that's my circle. And other than that, I wish I could have everybody but I can't. I don't, because I only have the people in my life who care for me and want to see me do well and cheer for me. The other people just want to see. I mean well for the other people. I don't get me wrong. But they just want to see what I'm doing, what's going on with my life, to close doors on me. And or to see what's going on in my life, just be nosy and stuff, and they don't care. It's evident to see when someone loves you, when you've seen real love. So my whole purpose is to tell you, that you could come to God. That's what my whole videos are about, that you could come to God. You have to make that decision. In order to believe in God, you must first know that He is, And the only reason why humanity was created is so we could live like Jesus Christ. That's it. You're like, well, who's Jesus? Man, acknowledge. Open that Bible, that King James Version Bible. Open that Bible. And know who He is. Read it for yourself. Don't let people tell you, oh, this is no. Read it for yourself. You. Right there, you. Watching me, you. Read it for yourself. Instead of watching 2-3 hours series that has nothing, just takes your time, read it. People are helpful and guide you in things in life, and you watch it. I love watching things that are real. I like watching things that like if I watch something and I know this person backs it up with his life, man, I'll give it a like. I'll subscribe to it, and they master their craft, and I'll watch it and be like, man, these people back up what they live, so I'll subscribe. I'll give it a like, and in my aspect, I expect the same, You're watching it, be real with it. Give it a like, share it. I've mastered my craft and seeking after what God intended for mankind, So I'm only living what I'm talking. I'm only backing up what I'm talking, And there's no other way, So I encourage, you could come to God yourself. But in order to come to God, you must first know that He is. And there's only one way to come to God. Recognize Jesus. Recognize that He made that connection between man, flesh, and spirit. He made that connection with His life. So now you're able to come to Jesus and tell Him, you know what, Jesus? The way I've lived all my life and the way I've been trying to find my way in life doesn't line up to your life. And if we're created by God, that means we're His children. And you're a perfect example of what a son is. So if I am a son of God as well, I'm accordingly supposed to be living like you lived here on earth. I'm not saying I'm you, but you're the example to follow. So be real with yourself, and you can bow your knees and pray and say and commune with God this and tell Him, you know what, Jesus, here I am. And you might know someone that believes in Jesus. I'm not talking about these religious people. I'm talking about someone that's real with it. Doesn't judge you, is not condemning you, that's real with it. Go up to him and tell him, man, I want you to baptize me. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, baptize me. I'm not talking about getting laid out. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about baptizing, going into the water, putting the old man in the sinful nature to death and coming back to life according to God's purpose. You know what I'm saying? Putting on the new man and living like Jesus Christ in every walk of life, whether it be going to the grocery store to pump gas, to outside, to sweep your garden, to trim your leaves, saying hi to your neighbor, or anything. Clean up your car. You begin to notice why you were created and how you were supposed to live. That's the only reason why I make these videos. So when I'm long gone, somebody will probably click on it and check it out for yourself. I've been living this life because I had that encounter with Jesus, because I recognize God as something greater than me, greater than my strengths, my talents, my knowledge. I recognize God as something greater than me. You know, I have the heart of Job, you know. I have the heart of Job. You know what I'm saying? And I just always want God to know that I ain't no punk. And I'm never gonna punk out of this. I'm never gonna drop my faith, because I recognize God as something greater than me. He's been there through my defeats and through my victories, through my lacks and through my halves. He's been through it all. So I ain't no punk, and I ain't never gonna punk out from this. You know, I'm gonna continue to live this without the religious side of it, you know, because I've been living this, and now that we're quarantined and we're in our homes, and we have to stay in our homes, there ain't no church noise, there ain't no building noise. You come on to understand that this is the body, and this is the church of God. And together we form the body, together as brothers and sisters, you know, we come together. And now we're called to be at home. I've been living this way. I've been trying to draw people to that aspect of life, saying, yes, it's awesome that we could gather, but don't make that your focus, because God didn't create you to be stuck at the church. He created you for you to live like Jesus here on earth, in every aspect of it, in and out of church, in and out of work, in and out of pumping gas, in and out of grocery stores, all that. You know? People frown upon you when you're a real person. They frown up when you're real. When they find out, man, he's a real person, they frown upon you. You know? It's just like movie actors, you know what I mean? They want them to play a real character, a real part. But they don't like you when you're a real person, when you're actually a real person, a real individual, you know what I'm saying? So I come before and make this video and just let you know that your strength comes from God. You know, keep your body healthy. Keep your spirit, your mind, and your body lined up with God, and draw it to Him early in the morning. When you recognize God as something greater than you, you're already winning. You know, but be real with it. Come to Jesus Christ. Let Him know, here's my life. My life, all life comes from God. Here's my life. I believe in you. Forgive me if I haven't been living according to how you example us to live and what you showed us. You showed us with your blood. You showed us with your sacrifice. And you connected flesh to spirit. You connected us to God. And we come through you.